Okay, it's me again. I'm back for another walk on quite a windy day today, so hence the old baseball cap is American style, reverse round. Very windy. The wind is coming in from pretty much directly from the north, so that means I'm going to be walking into it the whole video by the looks of it, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. It could possibly be a little bit like what that first video was, you know, the one from Hopton to the Herring Bridge. Could be a little bit like that. That was windy pretty much the whole way. This possibly could be similar. With also, it's quite looks like we could have showers as well today, but I've got a day off work, so I wanted to get out. I didn't want to just sit about doing nothing. So we may get the odd shower. If it gets too heavy, if we do get a shower, if it gets too heavy, I'll have to stop filming because I don't want rain on the lens of the camera, and then start again when the shower passes. But we'll see how we go. But I have got the new mic, so hopefully the wind won't be as bad today as it was on that first video, but I don't know. It is quite windy and it's constant as well, so I got me back to it at the minute. You'll probably hear it more as I turn round. But so I'm actually at the point where I stopped filming the other day. I'm in Happisburgh, and today I plan to walk from Happisburgh all the way to Mundesley if I can. I've looked at the map. It's a little bit confusing through some bits by the looks of it, but we'll see how we go. But I'll just flip the camera and show you the point I'm at. So, as I said the other day, X marks the spot. This is where I stopped filming. This is where I'm starting to film. Let's have a quick look over the sea. Hang on, that's it. Does look nice. Morning, you all right? Looks lovely actually. It is a bit, like I say, that wind is strong. You see by the waves are quite big today. But we shall see how we get on. So, first up, first little bit of this journey, we walk from here, we go through Walcott. As I've mentioned before, I haven't done any of these parts now as we get further north, so it's all a new experience to me. But yeah, we shall walk. This is it though. So this is part of the Norfolk Coast Path. It shows it running right next to the cliff edge. So that's where we'll go. But also, you don't want to get too close. If you can, walk as far left as you can, if you know what I mean, because you don't want to get too close to that cliff edge. Cliffy babe, cliffy babe. La 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 la. Oh, cliffy babe. Beautiful that looks. But as I mentioned before, these cliffs up here at Happisburgh, they are a lot higher than what you get at places like Scrapby and that. So, yeah, it looks nice. But if you was to walk along the beach here, it's quite an interesting walk, as I mentioned before. So there is a lot of, you see the cliff erosion quite badly in some places. See, look, I mean, you basically, I'd go as close as you can to this field if you could, because in some places that cliff is quite, the cliff edge is very close. And this is August the 21st, 2026, so quite interesting really. Quite interesting to keep a video log of all this stuff, because I'm thinking if this cliff continues to erode at that rate, give it a couple of years, that bit will probably be gone. Not that I know, but I reckon it could be, because look here, you used to be able to walk that way and that way, but that to me looks very close to the edge, so we'll take the one to the left, which is the safer one. Cliffy babe. Yeah, that is very well. That path basically just runs out, so we've done the right thing coming on this one here. La 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 la. Very nice, very nice. We look the other way across the field. Also very nice. Back that way we've got the church. You can't see the lighthouse over that hill bit, but it's there. Oh, Cliffy babe. Yeah, so strong winds today, but I wanted to come out, so if I'd have stayed in, I'd have been looking out the window thinking, oh, I could have been out today, I could have been recording, so I thought I'd just go for it. So this is the bit I was thinking about doing the other day at the end of that video, but decided against it. Let's see how far it actually would have been to Walcott. Morning, you alright? So we've got Walcott coming up first. After that it's a place called Bacton. That's where like the gas terminals are and that. Quite interesting to walk past that, I guess. I don't know if we'll be able to see much, but I'm looking forward to walking that way. Then after that, I think it's Mundesley. But it's going to be quite... I'm thinking this video could be similar to the last one, maybe a bit longer actually. This could be close to 2 hours, so we'll see. La 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 la. Yeah, very, there's that wind I was talking about. It's constant. But what I thought was, you can't do a journey like the one I've taken on from Hopton-on-Sea to Hunstanton. You can't do a journey of that magnitude, and considering it's going to be broken up into about 15 sections, so 15 separate days, you can't do a journey like that and expect it to be plain sailing all the way. You can't expect good weather all the way, although we've been quite fortunate in the first sort of 5 videos, apart from the first one maybe. The weather has been pretty calm all the way, so there's going to be times when it's rough, and you know, you expect that really, especially on the coast. We're right on the Norfolk Coast. Even though it is August, you still get changeable days. So yeah, I guess in a way it kind of adds to the atmos of the videos, because you get a bit of more of a taste of the proper British sort of weather, coastal weather. Very changeable sometimes. So yeah, I mean, I could possibly wait for calm days, but then the filming overall would take me a lot longer and it'd be a bit samey on the videos, I guess. Sun always shines on TV. So yeah, I want it to be more as real as possible. So, you know, I mean, I would like to do a walk in the rain, but it's awkward with the camera because it goes on the lens. But I'll do it when it's windy as well. Now I've got this new mic. Hopefully I can do it in the wind. But yeah, before I'd usually probably not film on a day like today because of the wind so strong. But now with this new little mic, more opportunities, I guess. What are these shed things here? Let's have a little butcher's. Sun always shines on TV. Yeah, let's have a little look at this. Yeah, a little quick investigation here. Yes. Don't know what these are. There's two of them. There's another one up there. Sun always shines on TV. I'll tell you what, that must be old, because look at that. That iron girder there, that's actually rusted through in some places. So that's got a bit of age to it to do that, I would have thought. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Well. La 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 la. Talk to me. Sun always shines on TV. Some sort of seeding going on there, is it, with the old tractor? Don't know. Scarifying or whatever. Another one of the sheds. Maybe it's not as far as I thought to Walcott. Maybe this is Walcott coming up. I don't know. Could be. Could well be. There he goes, the old farmer. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. do 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 do. Diamonds and pearls. Looks like we're going quicker than this dog walker, so bit of overtaking in a minute. Sun always shines on TV. Believe. Morning.
Morning.
La 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 la. Talk to me. Looks like you get quite a few dog walkers on this bit. I can see why though. Nice view. So if this is Walcott coming up, I'm going to have to get the old phone out and start checking, because it goes into a road, I think, this path. Marvellous. Morning.
Morning.
You alright? Yeah. Morning, morning, how are ya? You alright? Yeah. I can see a seal. He's got his head poked up. You won't be able to see that very much, doubt it. He's having a little look. See a big container ship out there. I'd guess he's probably heading to somewhere like Felixstowe or somewhere like that. Talk to me. shines on TV. Alright.
Hiya.
Not many signs, but I know we're on the right path because I saw it on the map. But there is a post coming up here. I'm guessing that's got some kind of sign on it. Sign. A sign on it. Sign on it in front of Greeley's. Yep, I can see the acorn sign pointing up straight ahead. Marvellous. So, let's get the old phone out again now. Bear with me, please. Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing the right bit. It goes into a road in a minute by the looks of it. And that road is called Horizon Views. I've got to check from there. So it's, you don't go on that little bit there. Looks like you bear round to the left, do you? I'm confused now, maybe you do go on this bit here. Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, you do. Up here. Horizon Views. And let me just check a minute, hang on, because I want to see where we go after that. Does it go over there again? Yeah, so we've got to go there. Up to that bit, hang on, we've got to go from there. Right, I think I know where we've got to go. I know we've got to go Horizon Views. Then we've got to do a right by the looks of it. Yeah, see, it's got it on this post here. So we are, you know, please note this is a private village and pass through entirely without risk. Yeah, alright. Well, I've got to go through here, haven't I? Because that's where it shows it. Round here. So this is Horizon Views. Yeah, quite an appropriate name for a road, I'd say. So we go to the end here, then we've got to bear right, or do a right. So these are the little bits where quite easy to get confused, and I'm glad I got my phone, because even though I looked at this map last night, still handy to have the old phone. Hang on, I'm going to change hand of it. I can. Yep. Right, so it has got another post here, I'll show you. Pointing to the right, that's where we've got to go. I'll just show ya. I'll show ya. Yep, so here we go. Pointing this way. Around here, and that's where it shows it on the map. Then we go around there to the left. Then we walk this bit for quite a way, by the looks of it. Hang on a second. Yeah, so we keep going straight, right to the end of this road, and then we've got to go right again. Okie dokie. See, these are the interesting bits you want to know, really, if you're going to do this path, if you want to stick to the path as close as possible, or actually stick on the path. Because looking at maps beforehand, yeah, that's helpful, but the old phone is coming in very handy. That's handy. That's sandy. Not handy, sandy. That's sandy. Yep, keep going. It bends round here to the right. Yeah, so it sort of bends right and then bends right and then bends left again. We're getting there. I don't generally like bits like this on the walk, on the path, but it's got to be done if you want to stick to the actual proper route. Hang on, make sure. Yeah, so we go up to the end here, then we've got to go right again, and then bear right. Then we should, at the end of that bit, pick up the path again. La 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 la. Marvellous. Well, the one good thing about walking this little bit is it's not as windy. Bit of cover. La 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 la. La 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 la. So it will be a case of, yeah, I can see the sign. I can see the sign. The sign's to the right here, next to that fence. Here it is. Sign's right here. So it's pointing back to where we just went, and it's pointing up here. So we want to go up here, this way. So you want to go right there, and this is the little road where it bears immediately right again. This little sort of gravel road, what I can see. And that is called, that should be called Ostend Place. Ostend Place. And it is. It is called Ostend Place. So this is where you want to go, and up the end here, that's where we join up to the path again. According to the map anyway. Keep walking. More walkers, dog walkers. I'll try not to film. How you doing, alright?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. And there we can see at the end of this road the view again, coming up to the sea. Yeah, and once we pick that up, I think we stay on that, well, no, we don't stay on it for that long, and then we've got to go to another road again. Hey ho. It'd be boring if it was all straightforward, wouldn't it? Right, so I'm just double checking that. Yeah, so we go to the end, turn left again. That is the path. Morning, mate. Right, so you can't go no further than that. So there's an access to the beach there. Lovely jubbly. But we want to go up here. This is showing the path, I think. Gotta be. Or does it? Is that along the wall there actually? Hang on. Right, I think it might be showing it down there, on that bit. See that bit of path there? Yeah, I think it is. So, nearly went wrong there. Here we go, look, yeah, so I missed that. I didn't see the post. But the post shows it here. Going down this slope. So we go here, and there's a little cut out here, as you can see, and that takes us to the path again. Whoa! See, I'm glad I got my phone. Yep, and that is showing along here. That's good to know. Yeah, you don't want to go that bit up there. That's like private residence there. But that's it, we're on the path again. Had some more rain again last night and this morning actually. See, look, you could walk along the sea wall again, that little bit there, but it's actually showing the Norfolk Coast Path as this bit. Marvellous. So yeah, keep going straight. Straight, straight, straight. I'm guessing there used to be a sign on this post, but that's gone. What a change in the weather though. The other week when I was doing them other ones, a couple of them, so hot it was. Now, breezy, actually a little bit of a, I guess you could say a chill in the air a little bit. So when I get up to the end here, what happens here? So when it connects up to a road again, it goes into a road called Coast Road. Once we get there, I'm going to have another little investigate. Little way to go yet though. Huds. Still got the defiant people sitting on the beach even in this weather. Like I say, it's not cold, but that breeze is a strong breeze. But I guess if you're on your holidays, you know, you want to go down the beach no matter what. I think I know where I am up here actually. I've been here before, not on this path, but I've been to this bit before. I think I've been to Walcott, if that's what this is. Or is this Bacton? No, I think this is Walcott. Yeah, so coming up to Coast Road. No, I don't know if I have been here before. It just looked familiar, that was all. Alright, so there's another sign here anyway. Here we go. Norfolk Coast Path right and left, so we want to keep going straight up Coast Road by the looks of it. But I do want to check it. Not a bad view from these benches. Right, Right, I just want to check this now quickly. Hang on a second. Right, so we go Coast Road, because that's not, there is the sea wall there, but that's not showing it as the Coast Path. So we're going to go up Coast Road. Right, go up Coast Road, then we pick it up again. Right, so we've got a little bit of a walk straight up this way. Yeah, this is Walcott. I think I have been here before. So you can walk down there, which to me might be a better walk, but as I said, I want to do it as proper as possible, so that means staying on this bit. Keep checking. Sorry about this. Yeah, we're going right. Handy to know there's public toilets there if you needed to use them. A couple of shops about, there's a cafe. Handy to know. A few people coming up, so I'll point the camera away in a minute. Morning. Morning, Mr. Mitchell. Can I offer you a lift back to the station, Mr. Mitchell? Yeah, so we get past this bit up here, then we're heading towards Bacton. So we've got a bear right in a minute, and I think it's coming up to connect up, because this is still called Coast Road, I think, or is it called Walcott Road? I think it goes into Walcott Road, but oh, look at that little bird. Hello, mate. How do? Oh, there's loads of them. I ain't got no food, but you look nice. Yeah, so we're almost at the bit where we bear right. I'm guessing it's that little pathway up here. Yes, I think that is the bit where we bear right. So that was, I think that's the end of Walcott there. Walcott. Then we bear right here. Don't go up there. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. Right, here we go. Left and right. So this is the correct path. Now we take this for a little way, I think. But again, does it then go into another road? Shall have to have a little look. La 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 la. Yeah, I want to have a quick check here a second. You can have a nice look at the sea again. Right, so I'm on that path there. Yes, 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 yes. Right, and then it sort of bears round. Then we're going to another little road. Yeah, I've got to keep looking at the old dog, really. Quite a way. Right, let's go. So we're now heading, we've sort of just left Walcott, now we're heading to Bacton. Sun's out, lovely. Sun always shines on TV. Gonna have to slow up a little bit here. I'm catching these people up too quick. There's no passing spot. Or is there? Sun always shines on TV. Talk to me. La 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 la. Does look nice when the sun's out though on the old beach. You alright?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. La, 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 la. Cool, that wind is strong. Very strong. You're strong, very strong, strongest so far. Keep walking. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Keep going this little path here. Sort of know it's correct, but I just like to keep checking. A bit overgrown. Nothing compared to back some of the other places where I was though. Hey, for those of you that have been watching. I can see another sign coming up. Windy, windy. Straight up that way. So you come through this little bit here, across this little pathway here, which you could go to the beach if you wanted, but we want to go continue on the path, which is here. Keep having a little zoom in. Yep. Yep. There's the acorn. Again, bears into showing it on the map as it connects up to a road again here, but that's the road it's talking of. And then we carry on and it goes to the path. So for this little section here, cars can go on here, only up to there though. Pud. That's it, back on the footpath now. I think we've got to go on the roads again when we get to Bacton, which ain't that far up here really. Absolutely marvellous. Smell the old salt from the sea. Nice. By the sea, oh, by the sea. Straight, straight, straight. Not a bad little path, this one, right next to the sea. That sea wall bit does, I mean, that's still going if you wanted to walk on that. But this seems alright, this ain't a bad path really. You go past these steps, keep going straight here. You don't want to go up them. Well, that wind now, I know I said it's a northerly wind, but it feels sort of like it's coming from the east. Definitely northeast anyway. I hear the ghost train rumbling along the tracks. It's black and white and don't try. Yeah, so we're definitely, I think we're at Bacton now. Definitely on the outskirts anyway. And we are going to have to go round the roads at some point, but we're alright for the minute on the path. Doing okay so far with regards to the showers that I mentioned, but I don't really like looking at them clouds straight up ahead. See how we go. Getting along quite nicely though. So yeah, where I'm planning to end this video today is at Mundesley, and I've been there before. I've actually I did a video on Mundesley a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed there's one or two cafes there, so I can get at the end of this walk, hopefully get a cup of coffee or tea and possibly something to eat. Another little sign coming up, the acorn sign on the post. There, the little acorn. Hold it. So, keep going straight. It started with a kiss. Never thought it would come to this. You don't remember me, do you? You don't remember me, do you? Started with a kiss. Never thought it would come to this. That wind is relentless. That's horrendous. La 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 la. Yep, straight here. Even though you could have a little bench there. No, you can't actually, that says private, so I wouldn't recommend sitting there. Private pile. Right, it's not that far now until we have to connect up to the road again, which I'm seeing on the map here. And that will connect up to, from what I can see, I think that's called Mill Lane. No, you don't want to go there. Keep sticking on the path here. Yeah, we're still going correct. Stick on the path, which looks like goes through here, which is a bit dodgy if you ask me. Close to that edge there. It don't show it going there, that's someone's house, so you've got to keep walking. Be careful on this bit because it's very close to the sea wall and there's a slope there, so if you've got youngsters with you, when you get up to that bit, keep them close by or hold their hand, whatever, because that is a bit of a slope there on that bit. But it shows it walking here. Hang on. Yeah, we're almost there. So this is where it connects to the road on the left here. There's the post. showing it straight up, so I'm guessing this is Mill Lane or whatever they said, but I do want to just check it. So you're going to have to bear with me again. Look at the sea. Where do we pick the path up again then? Is it literally just there? Yeah, so you just got to do this little bit. So you go up these steps, go up here, onto this little road here, and then we connect up to the path again just up here. Well, that weren't too bad. So yeah, this is literally the path again here. Well, just past this bit. Here we go. This is the path again. Now, how far does this go? Right, this goes a little way. Then again, it goes to a road. We've got more signs coming up. And I've got a feeling that sign has been twisted round, because that's obviously wrong, because it's showing Norfolk Coast Path to the left and right, but to my right is the sea. So there we go, look. That way is directly into the sea, so it ain't that way. I've got a feeling that's been twisted round, and on the actual map it's showing it going straight along here, so we'll stick to the map straight up here. Not far, then we come to the road again, and this one is called Clifftop. That's the name of the road. And then I'm going to have to check the phone again. Alright, this is it then, so this looks like the one. So it's not actually saying Norfolk Coast Path, it's saying National Trail, same thing I guess on this bit. And it's pointing that way, so I'll just check the phone, just to double check it. So this is where where it gets a bit confusing, if you ask me. No, I know where we are. Yeah. So we've got to go down this road to the end, then do a right on the main road by the looks of it, which is called Paston Road. Right, hang on. Yeah. So we've got to walk, keep going straight here. This is called Clifftop. Cliffy babe, Cliffy babe. straight to the end. Looks like, well, I say a main road, more of a main road than what we've been used to, where we're coming up to in a bit. And I think that one is called Paston Road. We have to go right there, and then we keep going, and then we do a right again at some point to pick up the Norfolk Coast Path. Well, at least that breeze is gone, or wind, for a minute. Whew. That just not letting up today at all. Yeah, this is, again, I was looking at the map last night, and this is where I got a bit sort of thinking, well, I'm going to have to really pay attention, sort of thing, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And then once we pick that path up again the next time, I think that is straight all the way into Mundesley. I think. But let's not count our chickens. Back to here. Again, I ain't really been keeping an eye on the old bat tree, the tree where the bats go. I'm going to have to plug in. There's no way I'm going to get to Mundesley on this. So what I might do is get through this confusing bit if I can, because I've got to keep looking at my phone. Then plug in somewhere. Right, hang on. It's showing the path just over here, which is pretty good. So you come to the end of that road where we've just walked down. That's called Cliff Top, along there. Don't go up there. This is the main road. You don't want to walk to that by the looks of it. We can go through here. See the acorn sign? So it looks like we can go through here. So you ain't got to walk along the main road, which is good. You go along this bit. And we keep going. Keep going, keep going. That's not too bad then. I thought it was going to take us actually on the pavement of the main road. So if it stays like this, that's not bad. If. Lorry looks like he's going to reverse that, so I'll hang about here for a minute. Could be your favourite. Give me a chance to check the map again anyway. Round there. Yeah, not too far. We're not too far from it actually. The sun's lovely now. So we'll go, yeah, so this is, the main road to my left is called Paston Road, like I said. And cheers mate. There's the acorn. So we've got to come out here. I don't think we can go, look, no, we can go along this bit. It is a pavement, which is handy. Handy pandy. So you ain't got to cross over, you can stay on this side. Yeah, we just keep walking up here, and then the path again is going to be on the right somewhere. See the old gas terminals in the background? I can see some more signs for the Norfolk Coast Path. Right, well that ain't... Right, this is a little bit confusing because on my map it shows the path further up to the right, but on here, which is a nice new sign, lovely new sign actually, that is showing it going down here, so that's not too bad then. You don't have to go that far. So you can walk along here, where we just come from, through here. Right, hang on, or do we go up there? What's this bit saying? This is not a public footpath, use this path and with permission of your landowner. Right, so that bit ain't a public footpath, like I said, that's not showing it. The public, on here, we are, so we're here I think, and we want to go along, stick to the road, up there, that's where we pick it up. So that's what it's showing on my map as well. So we don't want to go down that bit which looks like you can go down, because on my map that is not showing it as the Norfolk Coast Path. Along here I guess, because that sign where it's saying that means for there I believe. So for the Norfolk Coast Path we keep walking up here. From what I can gather on the map, otherwise we've got to walk on the grass verge up there, which don't look ideal. You can walk on this bit I think. I don't know though, I'm not 100% sure, I don't like being unsure. I'm wondering whether to walk on that. No, it did show it here, didn't it? So, well, you can go along this bit. That sign, I'm inclined to think this is the correct bit to walk along, because that sign, if that was a really old sign, maybe I'd be thinking maybe it's wrong, but that's a brand new sign by the looks of it. Very modern. The wood looks really new, so that tells me that, and it's pointing this way, so you wouldn't have thought that'd be wrong, but I'm going by what the sign said there, and it keeps you off that thing right next to the main road. But we shall see up here if it's right or wrong, because the Norfolk Coast Path itself is showing it a little bit further up there on the right, but I don't know with this bit. Could be wrong here, and I might have to walk along that bit over there. That's the only other way. Unless you can go through here. If you can go through here, that's good. It's very good actually. I'm ecstatic. Again, you don't want to walk down there. That's not showing it as the Norfolk Coast Path. Here, I'm guessing, because we've got another sign. That is showing that zigzaggy bit on that. The zigzaggy bit, I don't know. The route of the England Coast Path is shown in blue. No, it is showing it in blue. So what was all that about private land then? That's showing, see there's a zigzaggy bit here, which I'm a bit confused here. Don't know if we can go to this bit, because that ain't looking right to me here. No, that ain't right for there. Nope, so I think it must be that bit where it just showed. This is a bit confusing, to be honest. But just to be double checking, I'm going to get back to the seafront. I've got to plug this in a minute. That there is, it's showing it, look, the route of the England Coast Path, which is actually the Norfolk Coast Path in my opinion, is shown in blue on the map below. So maybe, yeah, this is part of the new King Charles III England Coast Path, and that is maybe why that sign back there looked like a new sign, because I know they've recently done that, connected certain bits up, so maybe you are allowed to walk down this bit. But I'm thrown out a bit by what it said on that other sign. It said private property, no access or something, but this didn't. To be fair, this bit here didn't say private property, so, and on that map it's showing it walk up here, and straight ahead I can see another sign, so we'll have a look. Maybe this map that I've got has not been updated to the new King Charles III coast path, I don't know, but that, I'm going by what it says on that nice new sign, and it said it again on that other sign, which it said highlighted in blue is the England Coast Path. So, and that showed it on the zigzag bit, but on my map it showed the zigzag bit as not the path. So, well, I'm going to go by the sign on this bit and by that other map which was highlighted in blue. So yeah, I'm guessing that this is the new part of a new section, because yeah, that new sign. Anyway, here we are. It's not like there's properties down here anyway, so, and it didn't say this bit's private property, so I'd rather walk down this one than the other one. But even though it was pointing that way, can you do either way? I think you can do either way, because at the end of that path I can see some more signs which look like the Norfolk Coast Path signs, so maybe you can walk down that bit, I don't know. But when I generally see signs for private property, that's a big off-putter for me, and I don't generally like doing it. But this one didn't say it, so. But yeah, so that other one where I didn't walk down, that runs over there next to them buildings, and at the end of it there's post, so I'm guessing that says Norfolk Coast Path. Here again I can see some signs. Oh, we're right next to the old gas bit, look. Gas. So yeah, that there runs to there, to the other one. This might be the zigzaggy bit that it's talking about. And I think the zigzaggy bit means down this slope. The old gas. Yeah, so pointing that way, sort of like the way we came. You can either come from that bit or along that bit where that new sign, what I said, looked like that lovely new wooden sign, that's over there. And you can either walk that bit down where we just came, or you can go along that bit by the looks of it, because I can see someone else walking along there now, and that'll bring you up to there, and that'll bring you to here. But either one you take, from that nice new wooden sign that I saw, whether you go this one or that one, it will bring you to here, bring you to this point right here, and then it's showing it going down this slope. So that is what we'll do. I'm going to have to plug this camera in. Let's have a quick look. We should be on that bit. Yeah, we are. Right, so we're on that bit, the zigzaggy bit on the map, which didn't show it as the Norfolk Coast Path, but it is now, is it? Yeah. This is all correct. I'm very happy again now. Don't like them confusing bits, but to me, we're on the correct path. I followed what it said. I don't believe I did anything wrong back there. I was just following the signs. I didn't walk anywhere where it said private property. Couldn't see any signs for that. I stuck to the other sign that says highlighted in blue, and it's got me to here, down to the bottom of this slope, and I can see some more signs here. So we're on the correct path. I'm going to have to probably stop filming in a second and plug my camera in. So yeah, there we go. showing it this way. Good place to stop filming actually. I'm going to stop filming here and start filming again because I've got to plug the thingy in. So I'll speak to you again in a second. See ya. Okay, I'm back. I've plugged the phone in and I'm at that sign where I stopped filming, which I'll show you. Don't like the look of them clouds coming over. Right, hang on a second. I'm right at the sign where I stopped filming. I walked down that slope. So apparently, I just spoke to two guys. They said that bit which I thought I couldn't walk down, apparently you can walk down that bit and it takes you up to there. Then you kind of walk along that fence line there and it brings you to that post sign there up the top where I just was. Then I walked down the slope and then I got to this bit here. That's where I plugged the camera in. So it shows it going along here. I did actually just walk along there, which was a mistake because the further you get up there, the ridge gets a bit higher and higher, and then at some point you need to get back onto the beach to carry on, and I didn't know that. So I'm actually going to walk along the beach because it's the same way. The actual path shows it gripping to this cliff tops, but I'm going to walk along the beach here next to these wooden things if I can, because like I say, as I got up there, it's not ideal. You can walk along it next to the cliff, but the further you get up, at some point you need to get back down again, and I couldn't see an easy way to get down, so I've walked back to that sign and started filming again. So I've just basically wasted quite a bit of time, which is annoying today. Normally it don't bother me, but with those clouds coming over, that could possibly be some rain moving in, which is annoying because I could have probably finished filming. I could have probably been at Mundesley near enough by now, but I've just walked back again on myself, and I'm gonna go along the beach, but I'll point the camera the other way because there's someone literally sunbathing right in front of me. But yeah, so you can walk that way, but I'm gonna go along the beach. Marvellous. Yeah, see straight up ahead, them clouds, that's already raining over there, right up there. So I don't know if you can see what I mean by that ridge, but it shows it on the map, walking on that part there. But as I say, when you get right up there, which I just did a little while ago, I couldn't see an easy way to get down again. So if the tide's out, I'd suggest, well, it's up to you, but me personally, I don't know how close the tide comes in at this bit, but personally I'd probably rather walk closer to these little wooden things all the way along rather than up there. That's my personal choice. It did say showers, and that looks like a bit of a hefty one. I think it's coming directly this way. see what happens. But yeah, basically I just wasted loads of time, which is annoying. So I could have maybe finished at Mundesley just before this rain comes in, but now, no chance of that. If that's coming directly towards us, then, well, that looks about 10 minutes away. I guess I could walk right close to the sea, couldn't I? Because, like I say, the coast path is literally showing it along this wooden thing here, so we're not far away from it. But I'm going to walk along the sea shore on this bit. It's windy anyway, so I might as well get some wave noise mixed in if we can. Wonderful. I wonder if that's going to sort of go across us, that stormy, that shower, or is it coming straight for us? Don't know. Don't look great though. Absolutely marvellous. This is what I would call a relaxing stroll on the beach. With half an eye on the weather. So not completely relaxing. Marvellous. I think the tide might be coming in, I don't know. Possibly. Hello. You alright? Yeah, weather's changing. The difference. No point in me talking much on this bit because it's ridiculously windy. That wind has picked up quite a bit. Yeah, I'd say the tide's definitely coming in. I'm expecting to feel spots of rain any second now. Yep, it's raining. Okay, because of the rain, what I might have to do is stop filming for about 10 minutes, hopefully. Let the shower pass over. Once it's passed, then resume the filming again, because that's just annoying. Because what happened is I walked along that ridge, as I was saying, and well, it didn't work out and it wasted a bit of time. But hang on, I'll show you these steps here. I'll start filming again here when the shower's passed. I'll see you in a minute, hopefully. I'm back. I'm very wet, but I'm back. That was a lot. Well, that was longer than 10 minutes. I was hoping it would be about 10 minutes, but it was longer than that, more like half an hour. And yeah, I got quite wet. But there is some blue sky coming over now, so hopefully it's not so bad. But I'll just flip the camera, show you that I'm in the exact same position to what I was when I stopped filming. At these steps, this is where I stopped filming, this is where I'm going to start filming again, and we're going to walk over here anyway. So, this is where I sheltered from the storm. I'll show you. Weren't much of a shelter, but I sat down next to them steps because the wind's coming in from that way, and I got a little bit of shelter from there. Not much, but the rain is actually still coming down, which is annoying. But I don't want to sit here for much longer, so I'm going to start walking along again now, and hopefully the raindrops will stop in a minute. But yeah, we're going to walk along here, back on the Norfolk Coast Path again. Yeah, so that was a bit of a delay. But these things happen. I got all sand on my trousers, my t-shirt's soaked. But, well, not soaked, but it's wet. If I hadn't have sat next to this thing back there, I'd be absolutely drenched. But look at that, bit of blue sky coming over, that's nice, that's a welcome sight. Yeah. I don't know. There you go. Yes, I think that tide was coming in, still is, but Let's have a quick look at the camera, see if I've got any raindrops on there. Yep, which I have. This is what's annoying me. This is what I want to try and avoid. Not ideal to do that while I'm filming. Hopefully that's clear now. Come on, stop raining. Yeah, so that was a bit of a unscheduled stop, but these things happen on these long walks. I think it's finally stopped raining now. Now there's still the odd spit in the air, I can feel it. Now I've got to tie my trousers up there because my trousers are wet. I need to tie them up a bit better. Right, I might have to. This is just annoying at the minute. Right, I'll just again. I want to get to a little iconic bit because I've got to stop filming, sort myself out a minute because I've got all sand everywhere. I should have done this before I started filming again. I was a bit premature because I thought the rain had stopped, but it's still spitting, so I'll start again in a minute. Hang on, sorry for all this stopping and starting. Very annoying, I know, but it's annoying for me as well. I'll walk for a bit further. Actually, I'll try and get to that next set of steps just up here. La 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 la. Hopefully that sun comes out and dries my t-shirt out because I'm soaked. Probably get the sniffles now, won't I? Probably have a cold in a couple of days, but there you go. My dad did say to me, he said, take a jacket out with you, take an umbrella. I said, nah. Well, the jacket would have been nice. I don't know about the umbrella because that's a bit bulky to walk along with, but I should have put a jacket on, I guess. But I didn't. There you go. Yeah, make sure you take a jacket. Nah, I won't need one of them. Nah, not much. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll just stop filming again quickly at this set of steps coming up because I've got to get all this sand off of me. It's ridiculous, it's everywhere. And start again at that exact point, hopefully literally in about a minute's time. Right, I'll stop filming here and I'll start filming again here in a minute. See you in a bit. Right, sorry about that people, I'm back again now, literally at that exact spot. I've just sorted my trousers out and now I feel like I'm ready to go now, keep walking, because that was annoying me. But so we are, yep, that's on, the mic's on, camera's looking alright with battery. Yes, let's go now. Oh, that was a bit of messing about, wasn't it? Sheltering from the storm and all that. But look, that looks better. That looks promising. So yeah, we walk along here and we do come to another little bit of a road, I think, in a minute, and then it bears round. Well, not in a minute, but as we get closer to Mundesley, which is just up here really, not far. Ah, that's better, coming out of the old sun, that's it. Dry me t-shirt and me trousers. Trouble is as well, because I was sitting on the sand trying to shelter from the rain. Any sort of clothing that is wet, the sand just sticks to it, complete, like covers you. So I had to dust myself off, but it's hard to get the sand off, it really is, because it gets everywhere. I tried to get it off my hands, but because it gets in all the little bits of the camera and that, so I tried to keep the camera out of in my pocket, out of the way, but when I got it back out again, because my hands were covered in sand, there's all bits of sand all over the camera. I'll have to sort it out later, hopefully. Yeah, so where we're walking right now, this shows it on the map as the Norfolk Coast Path. You could walk along that bit there on the beach next to the sea, which is what I was doing back there before the rain came. Look at it, look, that's the other way. That's where the storm's just gone, or that big shower. God, further down the coast they're getting some heavy rain at the minute. But we're looking all right here. We've had that already. Yeah, my hat's wet, t-shirt's wet, trousers are wet. But yeah, that was a bit of a delay, a bit annoying. But it just makes your cup of tea taste that little bit sweeter when you get it at the end of your long journey, which is what I'm looking forward to. Might have to get something to eat as well. Yeah, it shows it up here, walking right close to the lifeboat station, I think, which is, I think I can see that on the corner there. Marvellous. Cool, the cliffs are quite high here as well. I said they was high back at Happisburgh, but look at that. This seems to have taken me a long time today, this walk. I don't know why. When I looked at it on the map, it didn't look much further than what I walked the other day, but it feels like it's took ages. Could that be because, I don't know, I didn't really know where I was going for quite a bit of it. Sheltered from the rain shower, bits and pieces, quite a bit of walking on awkward sand like this. Combination of things, I guess. Oh, the old sun's trying to come out again. The waves look lovely. Rolling in. Yeah, this ain't too easy walking on this bit. Soft sand. Hard work. Probably would have been better staying on the actual beach on the harder sand over there. There you go. People coming up in a bit, so I'm going to turn the camera the other way in a minute. Relentless wind today. There's some impressive cliffs here. That is really high. Haven't seen a Norfolk Coast Path sign for a little while, but I know we're on the right path here. I will check the phone again in a minute though. Right, do we go up them steps or not? Or do we go up the slope, or do we go around that other bit? This is what I've got to look for. Right, so bear with me again a second, please. It's showing it going round here, is it? So I guess if the tide was in too far, maybe you could use them steps. I don't know, it doesn't say. There's no sign for Norfolk Coast Path, but if not, you can walk this way, I guess, which is what I'm going to do. So you've got to be careful, that tide does come in, so could you walk to the other bit? I don't know. Let's go up here. Oh yeah, you can go around here on this bit. There we go. There's a sign showing it going up here. I don't think it means directly up that bit, because that's to the lifeboat bit. I think it means up this bit. Here. Yeah, that's showing it on the map as the Norfolk Coast Path, this bit. So, yeah, and then goes round here. Have a little look at the sea. Goes around this corner. And then we go right again, do we? Trying to work it out. Yeah. Along here, I think, anyway. We're right there now, anyway. So I guess I could have gone down there. Along this bit, don't know. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so there's some more stairs here, which we've got to go down. So this is it, yeah, Norfolk Coast Path, back down on the beach. I don't think it's up there, nope. Or up there, that's private up there. I think we can go up these steps. Yes, we can. This will be it then, this is the Coast Path. Excellent. Oh, that's it. In that other video, I think this is where I came down in that other video. Got to here, then walked along there. So do I stop filming here, do you think? This might be a decent place to stop at these benches. So we are in Mundesley now. We've made it to Mundesley. Up there, I think that leads to Beach Road. Just along there is where the beach huts are. So I may stop filming here and start filming again here in the next video. I'll turn the camera around. My fingers ain't even working properly where they're so cold. Yeah, so I may do that, start filming again at this point at these steps in the next video. So that was that walk from Happisburgh to Mundesley today. That was a bit epic really for me in places. Obviously for yourselves, you'll watch the video continuously, but for me I had to stop for about half an hour when that rain came in. I was checking my phone quite a bit today, which ain't ideal, but I like to know exactly where I'm going. So yeah, that was that walk, Happisburgh to Mundesley. Hope you enjoyed it. It was quite windy, so apologies if it was too noisy on the mic, but not a lot I can do about that. And we've got to expect these conditions when we're walking along, doing such a long walk on the Norfolk, especially in North Norfolk, so right on the coast all the way. So got to expect some harsh weather sometimes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hopefully see you again in the next one. Oh, what's happened there? Why is it facing away? There we go. Yeah, hopefully see you again in the next one. See you later.